How's it going, guys? So we're here as usual with Vendel and Ellie. Just start the day off, so I'm just getting kind of bored. It's like, why not? We'll get some more Skyrim in. So, as usual, we're going to continue to conquer out the Whiterun area. And hopefully our fast travel actually works. I have my little timer on my phone going, so I don't have to worry about using Alexa or anything like that. So... I'm actually naming my titles and stuff like that, so it makes it easier for people to actually know what they're watching instead of just like, what if Assassin? And it's like, yeah, that seemed kind of boring, and then just like start naming them like, hey, we're going here and here, so. Oh yeah, go that. Oh, and as usual, we are rocking with the, I decided we're going to stick with the gold armor. Even though I invested points into light armor, I didn't invest that much into it. I just like this gold armor way too much. It looks just too awesome. You know, if we do, what, 3 points? I'm not really worried about 3 points. Unless they introduce some actually really cool light armor in the game, I think we're just going to stick with the iron armor anyways, but because, or gold armor. But essentially because we're in stealth mode anyways, I'm not really worried about it, us being detected, since our stealth eventually will be high enough to the point, no matter what armor you wear, you know, you're not going to be detected by the enemy. So, and plus having a range on something like that, we should be pretty much fine. At least till we get some like glass armor or dragon, which I'm not doing. And unless they made some form of Daedric light armor, which I think in Skyrim, when it comes to armors, they kind of really messed up because essentially they should have had both versions of heavy and light armor. I think that would have made like a huge difference. So Daedric light armor, dwarven light armor, you know, some form of heavy glass armor, you know, etc., etc. But I think they just wanted to just stick with just simple design, so, or maybe lore-based design. I don't know. We'll go this way. We haven't yet to come across Rorikstead yet, which is weird. Skeever or rat? Or wolf? Skeever. Goodbye. Shot in the ass. Like the rat you are. I think that would be like one of like animals you have to deal with. I think skeevers would be one of the worst ones, because just like any normal rat or mouse, you know, you get a big infestation of them, they're gonna be difficult. But unlike regular mice or rats, you could actually take care of them with traps, stuff like that. These damn things are the size of small dogs. You know, so think something like a corgi, but but it's a rat. You know, or even a Dachshund or something like that. You know, that would be really, really annoying trying to fight a rat of that size. Alright, so we're coming to Rorikstead. Now, Rorikstead is basically in the boundary area of Whiterun, so they do kind of follow the same rules. You kill people in Rorikstead, you will get a bounty from Whiterun guards and stuff like that. Even though they're wearing different colors, they're still part of their ally Geneva Convention type of thing, whatever you want to call it. So just be aware of not starting stuffing or whacking people around. There is a few quests here you can do. You can actually get a follower in Rorikstead. They're usually surrounded by Forsworn and vampires around this area, so be careful with that. You go further north, you'll be doing more bandits and anything else. Like that little crypt symbol right over there, that's for your vampires. Your little teepee hut looking ones are going to be for your Forsworn. So, Rorikstead's a nice little area. Once again, when it comes to Hearthstone, I wish there's small towns like these ones too. There's one that's in Riften too. I don't remember what the name of it's called. And then you have places like Iverstead, stuff like that, where it's near the bottom of the throat of the world. When it comes to Hearthstone, like I said, they should have opened up more possibilities of where you could actually live this game. If they didn't go by the theory, like I said, you took over a place, you can make it into your base. Even living places like Rorikstead or Iverstead or was I think Shorestone, I think it is called, and near Riften. Small little towns like that. Hell, even places like in Winterhold, where they have abandoned houses that have been destroyed, that you could easily rebuild a part of the Hearthstone DLC. They did not do. And that stuff like that kind of really disappoints me that they kind of just shortchanged the DLC like that. Yeah, you can build your own house, but you can only do it in like 3 different areas. You know, there's other places you can actually buy your home, and these other holds and stuff like that. Solitude being the most expensive one at 25,000 gold. But you know, it just kind of limits you or restricts you to certain areas where you can only live and build. Why the design like that makes no sense to me. You know, Skyrim could have been 3 to 5 times the size of the game that it could have been, and I wish it would have been if they would just spend an extra, you know, year or two. I know most game producing companies don't want to do that. They have a certain time limit. They want to get this game out, and you know, if you actually push back, you know, an extra year or two, it actually, you know, might affect how much people might be interested in the game, or you know, the amount of time you're allowed to put into it, and the cost of it, stuff like that. So that's understandable, but I mean, it's like, can you imagine if Skyrim had an extra at least another 2 years and introduced some of this newer stuff into it? I mean, Skyrim would have been way bigger of a game than it actually was supposed to be. Take your little ass now. No way I missed you. Bro, what? Oh, just in time, too. I don't know how. Like I said, I think my crosshair is still higher. Force one area. I believe this is one of the areas that I cannot speak. Does have its first hag raven. So be aware they are very powerful in their magic, and they usually tend to use a level tier 3 fireball spell at you. They also do have melee too, so if you get up too close, their melee is not really what you need to really worry about. It's their fireballs. So, oh yes, Ellie, I need you to come here, little one. My pragmantis lobster spider friend. Oh, shit. Who's detecting me? And why can I not speak to you? Speak to you? Oh, I need you to carry shit then. I need to trade things with you.
What do you want me to carry?
Quite a bit of stuff, actually, because apparently I am out of room. So give that to you. I'm gonna give you all this stuff. I don't think you would wear gold though. I mean, it's heavy armor. Can you wear this? Oh, Fendel, buddy, you can actually. Well, I mean, shit. You want to hold this crap for me? We do have this too, so I'm still keeping that. Give that to you too. How you looking on your potions? You still have 2 left, you have minor. Just remember, you do want to increase give them higher level potions, because eventually minor potions are not going to do a thing, and usually half the time they're going to go down because their potions that they have will not heal them the amount that they need. So, give me 3. Miscellaneous. That. Yes. 263, alright. Thanks, buddy.
Let's get going then.
That's so weird. There are some Forsworn that are actually sleeping in this area, so be very careful. Like this gentleman. Lady. Goodbye. But because I have 2 followers on me, stealth is going to be very interesting to get through these areas. especially when it comes to Red Bluff Cliff, I think it is, that's over there. The thing is, she's not actually detecting me, she's actually detecting them. So even though the eye is showing me as detected, it's actually detecting my 2 followers, and not actually me, because they'll go straight after these people first, which is kind of weird, but... So the first home you can actually get within a reasonable price is going to be in Whiterun. It's going to cost you about 5,000 gold, but if you're going to go... Oh, shit. No. Who's ejecting me now? Who's ejecting me? Someone is. Might be up there. 5,000 gold, but it'd be somewhat a lot cheaper than actually making your first home in the game, because you do have to buy your own resources, and that's going to be a lot more cost effective, especially if you want to actually add interior design to your place instead of just being an empty shell. So choice optional there. I don't know how much gold we're even sitting at right now. Ooh, 7,800. Now the problem with doing this quest is that you do have to do the storyline with fighting the dragons, all that crap. However, I'm not planning to do that. You can make your first home in the Falkreath area, which is usually ones I go for first anyways. There you can just pretty much drop off your followers and they'll pretty much protect your territory. You usually will come across giants, some form of bandits or mercenaries may try to attack you. If you have not joined the Thieves Guild, occasionally a thief, on a very, very rare chance, a thief may actually try to break into your house if you store enough valuables into the place. I've had it happen before. Wasn't even part of the Thieves Guild, went back home, and I've seen a guy trying to lockpick my goddamn door. So, there was that. You're dead. Ooh, what do you got? Sword of Steel Awareness. Thank you. I know. Sword of Embers. I'll take that too. But that's like extremely rare. I've only ever had it happen once since I've played Skyrim. But I think that's the way we're going to go. I want to knock this place out. I want to knock out most of the Whiterun territory before we actually start messing around that area first. And then I'll probably just do it off screen, so you're not really going to miss much. One of these stones completely restore magic, huh? What? That is awesome. So now I know what those stones actually do. The matriarch grows wary of your hesitation. Our people control the entire eastern slope of the reach of all Sunguard. I spelled that wrong. Take it, and the invaders will be cut off from all retreat, but we must move now while its defenses are still weak. Some of the tribes do what you must, but if you do not act, you will find someone who will. Yeah, pretty much. Basically, Forsworn are basically ex-Nords which were kicked out of their lands when the kings, or in this case the Jarls, came together, and they didn't want the old ways anymore, so they pretty much said, you know what, take your shit and get out. And well, they weren't exactly too happy with that, so they pretty much went to the mountains and started their own clans and cults with the Hag Ravens and so like that, and continued the old ways. And their whole rebellion is to pretty much take back Markarth territory. Which, I guess in a more of a realistic sense, it'd be like the Native Americans now try and take back their territory, but, thinking like 15th century era, so. Well, I think what we'll do is we'll knock this area out, and then we'll go swing over by Falkreath and see if we can get our first home there. He will have us fight a bunch of bandits and stuff too, but It will still cost you the same amount, like 5,000, so just be aware of that. But I want to drop these guys off. As much as I like having Fendel and Ellie with us, just for carrying weight purposes, it's not going to help me out much getting my stealth up if I continues getting spotted. Now, there's going to be the one guard that's going to be there. There's going to be multiple of these little floor traps. On this side over here, there's going to be 2 Forsworn and your first Hag Raven. Usually there's a door that's down there that will lead up here. Sometimes they will come up here. There are some spring traps. And usually you can sneak up on these guys pretty easily. Like this one, for instance, here. Or tripwires, or whatever you want to call them. See, there's no way I missed that shot. And you just bugged out on me right there. Now your little ass is dead. And that's your first Hag Raven over there. Yeah, see, I don't like... It's so annoying that it does that. Goodbye. Hag Ravens are not poison resistant. Or poison immune, but they do have a high poison resistance, if I remember correctly, so... Poison will work against them, but it will just take a very long time. If I remember correctly. Sneak attack. And they can heal themselves too, so... God damn it. And now you're dead. So just be aware of that. And yeah, watch out for those door traps like that too. They won't kill you, but they will hurt a lot. Dwarven Maze. What the hell are you doing with Dwarven Maze? Well, technically you're still in the right area because you're in still Dwarven territory, so... Which is ironic. Because you don't actually get introduced... Last I checked, you don't get actually introduced to the dwarves until, what, ESO? And even then, the DLC itself... We got like 2.5 minutes left. They give you hints about the dwarves being here, but a lot of the stuff like the Dwemer and the Dwarven territories and all that crap, which they even have in the Morrowind DLC, or in this case Dragonborn DLC, that you go to Morrowind, watch out for that trap. That and the Sigic Order are 2 ones that I think should have been in Skyrim, and they did not. They didn't start introducing them until ESO, which I think was a huge mistake, because ESO is basically just an MMO of Elder Scrolls, which was highly disappointing when I was finding this stuff out. They're like, yeah, they're introducing the Sigic Order and the dwarves and all this crap, and it's like, you turds didn't put it into, like, even DLC wise. I mean, like, come on. I don't know if that was Bethesda's grand plan. It's like, yeah, we're gonna make an MMO of Elder Scrolls, but all the stuff you wanted from the previous games we're gonna put in this game. It's like, and the damn thing's like 114 goddamn gigabytes, and it's ridiculous. I've yet to try to even reinstall ESO again, just because how much damn time it would take to just install this shit. But you will hear me like rant a lot when it comes to Bethesda games, especially when it comes to like Oblivion and Skyrim and stuff like that, because I have very high opinions of what I think should have been and should not have been in the goddamn games. Now, this is gonna be kind of your first puzzle. We're gonna end the video after this one. Well, I'll leave these guys off screen. Wooden door, no buttons, you can't access it. So you're wondering, okay, how do I access this door? There's nothing there. Well, there's this little trap right here, and if you actually put something on it, like a ball for instance, it will actually open the door. And as long as there's a counterweight to that, the door will remain open. But either way, we're going to end that episode right here in this place, where the hell we're at. Serpent, Bluff, Ruins. And either way, stay safe, health and sanitize. Make sure to drop a like, then subscribe in the comments below. Make sure to check out the rest of my videos. And I hope you continue to enjoy this Skyrim Let's Play / guide, or whatever you want to call it. And I'll see you guys.